Picture this. England, 15th century, a nation on the brink of civil war. Two powerful houses, Lancaster and York, locked in a bitter feud over who should wear the crown. The Lancasters' red rose and the York's white rose became potent symbols of a rivalry that threatened to tear the kingdom apart. Looming large over this turbulent backdrop was King Henry VI, a Lancaster. Known more for his piety than his political prowess, Henry's reign was marred by bouts of mental illness. These periods of incapacity led to power vacuums, political instability, and a growing discontent among the nobility. The Yorks, led by Richard, Duke of York, saw an opportunity. They believed their claim to the throne was just as strong, if not stronger. This belief, coupled with the instability of Henry's reign, was the spark that ignited a conflict destined to last for over 3 decades. And so, the stage was set for one of the most tumultuous periods in English history, the War of the Roses. As the war raged on, England became a battlefield where brother fought brother and family loyalties were torn apart. The War of the Roses was marked by several significant battles, each contributing to the shifting power dynamics of the time. The Battle of St Albans, which took place in May of 1455, was the first major conflict. It was here that the Yorkist leader, Richard, Duke of York, claimed his first victory, setting the stage for many battles to come. Fast forward to March of 1461, the Battle of Towton. This was the bloodiest battle of the war, with the Yorkists, led by Edward IV, clashing with the Lancastrians in a snowstorm. Edward's victory solidified his claim to the throne, but the war was far from over. The Battle of Tewkesbury, which occurred in May of 1471, was a pivotal moment in the war. Here, Edward IV once again led the Yorkists to victory, effectively ending the Lancastrian line of succession. This battle also marked the downfall of Richard III, who was slain on the battlefield. But the war was not yet won. Henry VII, the last key figure of this war, would rise to power in the Battle of Bosworth Field, bringing an end to the Yorkist reign and establishing the Tudor dynasty. With each battle, the balance of power shifted, creating a climate of uncertainty and fear. The war, however, could not rage on forever. The dawn of a new era was on the horizon. The year was 1485, and the fields of Bosworth were set to become the stage for the final act of this bloody drama. The Lancastrian, Henry Tudor, faced off against the Yorkist king, Richard III, in a battle that would decide the fate of the kingdom. The Battle of Bosworth Field was a fierce and decisive confrontation. The death of Richard III on that battlefield marked the end of the Yorkist reign and the War of the Roses. Rising from the ashes of war, Henry Tudor ascended to the throne as Henry VII, unifying the rival houses of Lancaster and York through marriage and establishing the Tudor dynasty. The end of the war had a profound impact on England. It marked a shift from the feudal system towards a more centralised monarchy under the Tudors. This transition brought about significant changes in governance, society and culture. The Tudor dynasty, starting with Henry VII, would rule for over a century, leaving an indelible mark on English history. The War of the Roses, a brutal conflict that lasted over 3 decades, shaped the course of English history. Its echoes can still be heard today in the annals of the British monarchy.